Most violent crimes happen without warning. One minute, people are walking home, talking to neighbors, or finishing up another ordinary day. The next, someone's life has changed forever. That's exactly what happened on the night of June 8, 2026. Around 10:30 that evening, people living on a quiet street in East Belfast heard shouting outside. At first, it didn't seem unusual. Raised voices aren't uncommon in any neighborhood, and most people probably assumed it was another argument that would end as quickly as it started. But then, the shouting turned into screams. Residents looked through their windows. Some stepped outside. What they saw was something no one expected. A man was on the ground, being attacked with a knife. Within seconds, people were faced with a decision they never imagined having to make: stay back and wait for police, or step in and try to stop someone who was armed. Several chose the second option. While one person called emergency services, others rushed toward the attack. According to witness accounts, one bystander grabbed a hurley stick and struck the attacker, creating just enough of an opening for others to help restrain him. They held them there until police officers arrived and took him into custody. Those few moments may have saved a man's life. The victim was 49-year-old Stephen Ogilvie. He had suffered devastating injuries and was rushed to hospital in critical condition. In the days that followed, doctors worked to stabilize him as his family faced an uncertain future. Reports later indicated that the injuries would leave permanent consequences. The man arrested at the scene was identified as 30-year-old Hadi Alodid. According to publicly available information, Alodid had arrived in Northern Ireland after traveling through the Republic of Ireland in 2023. He later received refugee protection, allowing him to remain in the United Kingdom. Following the attack, prosecutors charged him with attempted murder, possession of a bladed article, and threatening to kill an NHS radiographer earlier that same day. On paper, it might seem like investigators had everything they needed. The suspect had been arrested at the scene. There were witnesses. Video footage of the attack quickly spread online. It looked like the kind of case that would be explained within days. Instead, one question refused to go away. Why? Police never announced that Stephen Ogilvie and Hadi Alodid knew each other. They did not publicly describe the attack as terrorism, nor did they say it had been driven by politics, religion, or race. As the investigation continued, no publicly established motive was released. That silence left room for something else: speculation. Within hours, clips of the attack were being shared across social media. Millions of people watched them. Some posts claimed the motive was obvious. Others insisted there was a larger story the authorities weren't telling. Rumors spread rapidly, often reaching far more people than the verified information released by investigators. As emotions rose, the impact of the stabbing spread well beyond the street where it happened. Crowds gathered across Belfast to protest. Some demonstrations remained peaceful. Others descended into violence. Vehicles were burned, businesses were damaged, and homes in areas with immigrant families were attacked. Police officers responding to the unrest were injured as they tried to regain control. For many people, the attack had become about far more than one criminal investigation. It had become part of a wider debate over immigration, public safety, and trust in government. But amid all of that, one reality was easy to lose sight of. A man was still recovering from life-changing injuries. Another man was sitting in custody awaiting trial. And despite the enormous public attention the case received, investigators had still not publicly answered the question that everyone kept asking: Why Stephen Ogilvy? That answer, if one is ever fully established, will ultimately come from the evidence presented in court, not from rumors online. Until then, the events of that June night remain a story with one of its most important chapters still unwritten.